I've been a teacher for 38 years because I just love it. I can't imagine doing anything else. I can't imagine being anywhere else. Just love teaching the kids and seeing how far they can go. I try to always teach them more than they think they're able to learn. I teach advanced placement calculus and the pre-AP pre-calculus. And usually, yes, those are scary courses for kids, but I try really hard to make it understandable for them. And I've been teaching calculus actually for 35 years. So I have lots of that in my brain, and I know how to get them over the humps and get them to where they're ready for Calculus 2 and Calculus 3. I think the teacher that probably inspired me the most was Dr. Harlin at the University of North Texas. I had actually started my master's in mathematics, and he came up to me 2 days before classes started and asked if I would teach 2 classes. And I was like, me? I had never had a female math teacher in high school, never had one in undergraduate school, and never had one in graduate school, so the thought had never occurred to me. And he saw something in me. And it's that first day I walked in, I thought, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And within 5 minutes, loved it and never once looked back. So he started this whole teaching career. I owe him. After I got my master's, I actually started teaching at a community college. And within that, and loved it. I couldn't imagine doing anything else, but within that time frame, I started teaching dual credit. And sometimes I went to the students at the high school, sometimes they came to me. And the funny thing was, we were supposed to rotate it because nobody wanted to do it. I loved it so much that I just stayed in it. And I eventually started inquiring how could I switch to be a high school teacher, and ended up going through Region 10's alternative certification program. Top notch. I still have my notebook where I went through 300 hours of work. This is after I'd been teaching for many, many years, but I still learned a lot. And people still ask me today, are you going to go back to the college? And nope, I just love the high school. Teaching high school kids, it's funny, the original things that were different, I wasn't used to people asking me for Band-Aids and pencils and things like that. But honestly, they have a love for learning still. A lot of the college kids had lives, they had jobs, some of them had children, and they couldn't quite focus as much as the high school kids. And it may have also come at a time my children were graduating and going off to college, and it filled a nurturing need in me. So I just love it. I'm aware that there's a lot of unkindness in the world for lots of different reasons. And in my classroom, kindness is king, and we are very helpful toward each other. Nobody is afraid to ask me a question. Nobody's afraid to ask anyone in the class a question. I send my students to the board every day. They go up to the board, and nobody's afraid. If they don't know how to do something, somebody will come help them, either me or another student in there. And we just try to lift each other up instead of tear each other down. And if you have a climate like that in the classroom, learning takes place. I think an excellent teacher loves her subject, loves her students. One of the things that was said earlier today was the art and science of teaching. Both of those things have to have a play in there. You have to know your content. You have to know who you're teaching. I try to pick up, what sports are they in? Are they in choir? Are they in band? What are they planning on doing in college? Can I use those pieces to make the work that we do relevant to them? I am just overwhelmed and thrilled. This is, and like I said earlier, my grandmother lived to be 95. She would have loved this. She would have absolutely loved this. She said that when she taught in the one-room schoolhouse, she had to be there early every day to start the fire. And I'm always at school an hour and a half before I need to be. I don't have to start a fire, but I have to get all my ducks in a row. So anyway, I'm very thankful. I'm Lori Harlin. I teach AP Calculus and Pre-AP Pre-Calculus and College Prep at Salina High School and Salina ISD.